3 scary for me. How art can bite you. I don't know what got into me today. As I arrived home from the gym, even before I got out of my car, I already searched the internet for digital painting, glowing eyes. I was recently looking at fantasy art, and everything is glowing in their world. So I made everything glow in one of my portraits. It looked okay. Maybe I really can't say great, but it looked good. Until I asked, what will the person in the painting think when seeing themselves like that? I looked at the portrait, and they now had glowing blue skin, and I realized by adding all the glowing stuff, it no longer looked professional or very nice, to be honest. By trying to undo things and go back to the way things looked in the original, I had to remove most of the glowing parts, and that did not look good either. The glowing portrait was still recognizable, but it was just too scary, and more importantly, it was too odd. Even if I made a portrait like that of myself, it would still look weird, and I would feel weird about it. It's just a weird thing to do. It was all weird. But it is very important to note here that using reference images prevented the face from becoming too distorted. It shows what a powerful guardian that is, even with glowing blue skin. Using reference images protected the portrait from becoming too unrecognizable. But, and this is a very important point, as artists, we have to be extremely respectful of the people we paint. And unless we are asked to do so, never, ever, ever cross the line where you change a person's skin to a glowing blue like I did. I still learned quite a lot, but I just can't show the portrait. And I tested a theory I had, that to make something glow, you don't make the color lighter or brighter, but rather begin your portrait at night, in the darkness. A face in dark shadow is critical to making something glow. And a glow is just a swipe of a strong, bright color with a blur around it. So a second swipe, perhaps a dimmer color with a brush thrice the size, but at half opacity. Personally, I think that the rule of less is more is a good starting point. But glowing scenes full of dancing figures, especially whimsical fantasy figures, are still a powerful and beautiful thing. It is as big of a realm as that of bobbleheads that I am so fond of personally. I have no doubt that the same kind of enchantment that I feel for pop surrealist bobbleheads, others will feel for magically glowing scenes of dancing figures at night. For many people, this may become a precious gateway into art. Now, in closing, there is something you should know. If you do come across a request for a painting based on a blurry or shadowy photo taken in the evening or at night, then know that while it is a difficult painting, it is not a terrible photo, but in fact an opportunity to venture into the realm of magic. So as long as you have the permission and the customer understands that what they will get from you is their fairy self from a magical glowing world, all you need to know is that blue is cold. If you make their skin glow with blue, then they will seem distant, alien, and pretty weird. And red is, of course, warm. It is also friendly towards all the tones of skin. You will make them look friendly and magical and full of life. The background is a different story. It can be blue, but blue, again, is not a warm color.